So it begins, Slurry season 2021. Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil and today we are spreading slurry. It is the start of the slurry season, 16th of January. Slurry ban has lifted in our area and it is time to go pout some poo. So anyways, we are on the first job today and we are going to be spreading, so just got on that. And one thing, this is a splashing job, and what did I forget? My splash plate. You have to take off the splash plate to take on and off the carry pack, and I never picked it up after I put on the carry pack. So luckily enough, we're only on a relatively speaking neighbour's farm, so we don't have too far to go. So my mother is coming up with it to us, so yeah, just lost 10 minutes because of that, but sure, whatever, shit happens. Anyways, pipe on, we get ready to start spreading. Also, I dumped the old gloves while I was cleaning out the tractor and I never got a new pair, so now I don't have gloves. So fun. It's sitting level though as well. We're only 200 meters from the farm. We're on a small beef farm, sucker farm. So there's one 3-bay tank to be emptied, just 3-bay single, and then there's another 4-bay tank. We'll empty the half of it out, and then we're moving on to a dairy farm to spread. It's a field, but he divides in paddocks, so there could be maybe, I don't know, there could be 10 acres in it. Spread that and then move on to the next job and be ready for Monday morning bright and early. But anyways, so this job is 3 fields. Field we're in now, there's a fence there as well, so you can see I have the pipe brought out into it, so we'll go out there first, finish that one. Next one after. Straightforward, simple, 2 hours we should be in and out of here. The plan then is we'll be going by the house home to go to the next job, so we'll pull in, have a bit to eat, and we'll go on then, we'll fill with diesel in the town, we'll move on then to the next job. As I said, about 10-acre field over lagoon, easy peasy lemon squeezy for the first day of the season. I can see the pipe is starting to inflate. Yeah, I have it. How heavy? 1B. Okay. Okay. Right, bye. Also, we're currently using the phones as our old walkie-talkies gave up, and we ordered new ones, but due to current problems importing stuff from other countries, i.e. Britain, it still hasn't arrived. We've ordered them like 2 weeks now or 3 weeks now. Still hasn't come, but anyways, just have to wait for them. But yeah, spreading away now, so we just tip on out here and we do this little square out here, and then we'll go back to the other one, stretch on. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy kind of a job. The only thing that's like, I'm just like, has to be, the first job has to be splashing, because as everyone knows, this hot slurry, when you splash slurry, that's how everything gets dirty. And yeah, it's, you know, a lovely clean outfit is not going to stay clean for the end of today, but however, it's just the joys of it. Anyways, stop talking, we'll do a bit of spreading. I'll keep you informed, updated, and we'll get into second, third field, we'll fire up the drum. Yeah, it's a nice, straightforward, easy job to start off, and hopefully all goes to plan and nothing goes wrong on that. The missing the splash, forgetting the splash plate is the only thing that's eventful about today. So first paddock done, or part of a field done. Keep the windows clean. So yeah, that's that done. So we're putting it out about the 3,000 gallons to the acre, roughly 3,000 to 8, around that. I'd say we're tipping along just nicely. So wash the windows again. keep them from fogging up. That's why I keep a clean rag with me, so I don't have to paw prints all the windows. Anyways, we go out now and we drag all the piping out. We do the next one and then we stretch on out. So next field done. So on out to the next one, ring farther fill. So all we gotta do now is just drag out here, make sure we don't get caught in the gate or anything. Close our lollipop going through the gate, not to mess up the hedge and the gap and whatnot. And yeah, just finished here stretching out the pipe. Right, lollipop shut. More. Okay. Okay, right, bye. So you might have heard Father Phil say there that we're having issues with look, it's one of these things. The pump does not like thick slurry or bale tanks, and we're in a bale tank. It's not over thick, but them long fibers that gets into the slurry ends up clogging the veins in the pump. And you'll see when I pop the drone, you can see kind of this heavy, not heavy, heavy, not heavy, and it's coming and going because the veins, it blocks and it clears and it blocks and it clears, and we're getting pressure and losing pressure. It is a bit annoying, but it is just one of the things with tanks like that. It's just how it happens. There's not much you can do about it. Every now and again I'll close the lollipop, we'll have pressure build in the line, and whatever that does, letting the pressure build back up into the pump, it normally shoots the stuff out of the veins and away it goes. But yeah, we're having a little bit of trouble with that, but that's typical of bale silage tanks. But anyways, we'll go now and lay down another 200 meter piping to do this field, and probably should do the next field as well out there, and we'll pop up the drone in the meantime. And yeah, and we are spreading again. I suppose one of the things probably would have heard me say that normally we start off in moat, and the reason why we aren't starting in moat this year is just because partially the weather, partially the farmers that we all spread for aren't under pressure. And when I say starting at home, we're not actually going to a farm at home and emptying, and I think that could be the case for this season. Is with the way the weather has been over the winter there, it's been quite wet, ground is soft, it's not the driest, and we're kind of expecting spring of going here, there and yonder to take a couple of feet out of tanks to spread at a later date. It's a little bit annoying when that is the kind of spring we have to look forward to. That's bit here, bit there, bit everywhere, but then going back to empty them, a little bit annoying, but that's normally a better spring for us because there's more spreading to be done. So yeah, look, it's just one of them 601s, half a dozen of others. So like this farm we're at now, we're only taking out a bit out of the tanks to keep them safe. We'll be going back with the tankers then to spread some of his far away ground, or ground that's away that we can't spread out the pipes. Next job we're going to a dairy farm, it's the same, taking a couple of feet out of the lagoon, leave them safe, come back and spread when the ground is drier. The job after that is the same, take a bit of pressure off the tanks. And yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a spring of that, going taking a bit out, come back at a later date. So we might turn out that we mightn't be too busy at the beginning of January, but then depending on what the weather does, February could be very busy. But look, it doesn't matter, we're busy, there's no shortage of work to be done. And one other thing while I'm at this, I suppose some people are probably wondering, why is he splashing, not dribbling? And the reason for that is, and I'm sure a lot of people are probably aware at this stage, is dribbling slurry leaves the lines in the grass, and when you cut your silage, this is silage ground for your man, you can still see them lines. And if your slurry is anyway thick or fibrous or stodgy, them lines stay there and you will bring it in your silage. It's one of the downsides to dribbling, and we see it quite a lot now that farmers prefer splashing silage ground and dribbling everything else. Dribbling, great job, especially on dairy farms. Get your cows back out in paddocks sooner. You get better growth rates of grass. It just reacts quicker. You grow better grass dribbling. But when it comes to silage ground, I prefer splashing purely because it doesn't leave them lines. And I know a lot of people have seen it at this stage, where the lines are when you cut, you can see all them lines. Anyways, look, that's what it is. We'll fire up the drum, we'll go into the next field. And so Father Phil is just changing tanks at the minute, so I'm just setting up my multimedia device, setting up the phone, gonna catch up on a few YouTube videos, see what everyone else is getting up to. One of the things that I always find, I rarely get watching YouTube or any videos, any other fellow content creators, until I'm at jobs like this. That's probably one of the best parts about this job. You can, especially when you get into the big farms, the big paddocks, where you're 2 hours spreading in the one paddock. You sit back, trying to be Netflix, trying to be YouTube, chill, nice. So another field done, and as you can see, it's a completely different stuff for spreading now after changing tank. There's literally no colour in it, very little colour, but there is a very strong hint of pig. So I'd say the farmer must have got a few load of pig put into that tank. But anyways, time to drag out the pipe into the next field. I gotta drag down this pipe some more. Just gotta pull that pipe down enough that I can just drag it all straight on out without getting caught in the either gate post. But yeah, another one bites the dust.
I know where we can go, where the sunrise lasts forever, and it's all you and me. We'll kiss the sky goodnight. Come get lost with me. 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 Just run away with me, darling. We'll get real lost. We'll get real lost again. Just run away with me, darling. We'll get real lost. We'll get real lost again.
we are just out of Slurry, blown out, all finished, all done. Time to gather up the pipes and move on to the next job. Unfortunately, I was on the phone to my father there when I did get here, so you didn't get to see it, but anyways, see it in the next job. Anyways, we go roll up these pipes. So that is this job finished, rolled up, ready to go. Three things. For one, as I said earlier, don't have gloves, really annoyed about that. The gloves I did have in the tractor, they had holes in them, so I dumped them. And of course they forgot to buy me new gloves. Yay. Maybe I might be able to get some when we go for a bit of food next. There might be a spare pair at the house. The other thing, I fell off camera when I was opening up the clip, and I made me run and jump to get away from it. I fell and got a bit of shit on me. Lovely. And as you've seen there in the time lapse, the gate shut, and that was because the pipe was rolling up underneath the gate. The clip come to the gate, caught the gate, pulled it, and if I hadn't have copped it, I'd have pulled the gate down because the latch was out and I had to walk out and close. And that's one of the things with the pipes. You gotta always be careful of what you're pulling around and under and stuff, because especially the clip, it'll pull and catch and stuff. And it's not, these clips aren't as bad as the old baur clips. The old baur clips would, if they went across, over or near it, and they'd get a hold of it. But they're not too bad, but at the same time, it still got caught and had to cop that. But anyways, we're ready to move on, go home, eat a bit, fill up with diesel, and on to the next job. That's the plan. One of the disadvantages of wide wheels on one of these tractors is the fuel tank is not very easily accessible. It's a two-man job, very hard done by yourself, because one person has to hand it in to you so you can hold it in the tank. But yeah, the joys of very wide tyres. Tractors and bellies full, so now it's time to move on to the next job.
Everyone, I radio at the weekend, that is bulletproof. What an amazing week this has been. Said absolutely no one. I know it.
So we're now here at the next farm to be done. There's the lagoon. So yeah, we see where we're spreading. I'm pretty sure it's that big field or line of paddocks out there under the pylons. But anyways, it's well agitated though by the look of it, so we get ourselves set up and get spreading again. I've been waiting to do for so long. All I gotta do is flick a switch now, and it changes divert style from the reeler to the macerator. We turn off me field road lights. I can see Father Phil can see me, so he knows I'm ready to go. So we just straighten out the pipe. Gotta flick that way as well. So straighten out the pipe. We're ready to go. Happy days. See how the new macerator works. Very happy with my new diverter valve. Just because I always would forget about and have to get out then when I'm spreading to change it. Just such an easier job. So 400 meters down, ground conditions are greasy, I suppose is the best way to put it. So gonna make for a bit of interest in spreading, but we'll be all right. So we are now spreading. All of a sudden the camera died. I was changing the battery and we started up. Macerator doing a lovely job there. Lovely even flow of slurry coming out behind me. So we'll be doing this at 3,000 gallons to the acre, same as last time. So we'll be tipping along quite nicely, not too fast, but we're tipping along nicely all the same. Just gotta be careful. Pulling a fair bit of piping behind me, a good 200 plus meters. There's 400 down. We never pull more than 200 because the more piping you pull, the more likely you are to come under pressure on piping and joints and ground conditions. And ground conditions currently out wouldn't take a big pull. So I always have to do one of these maneuvers. Normally you go around the circle, but when you have a large pull on your pipe like that, all piping behind you, you won't be able to swing around in one turn because the sheer weight of piping behind you kind of keeps you going forward, and you just tear the ground out of it. So anyways, moved on. So we have to spread all this block, so it's a bit of an L shape, goes that way, goes up, goes on up that way above the pylons, and then there's a block of ground there side that hedge. And when we get into the block, if we're going to be spreading till dark, and that's the farmer happy, he just wants to make sure he doesn't come into pressure and get a bit of slurry out, that we'll spread that block there, and I might pop the drone if we're working in the dark and turn on the few lights in the tractor, have a bit of a light show. Anyways, we sit back now, we enjoy ourselves, listen to a few tunes, watch a few videos and whatnot. And yeah, it is ground is just a wee bit challenging, but we'll be alright. Bit of a marking it ever so slightly. You can see there, not leaving any tracks, but just marking it. That's what we call it, where you kind of, the tracks ground the ground. But yeah, we'll be good. So anyways, we'll pick it up again when something interesting happens or whatnot. I'm kind of pacing myself with the shots I have in mind, because we'll be at this for the next 2-3 months fairly solid, and because this is why I'll be doing from 6 o'clock in the morning to like 8 o'clock at night, content can kind of become a little bit scarce. So I'm pacing myself on the shots and different things, pacing myself to try and keep content fresh for you watching at home. So we're just up beside Father Phil now in the tractor, and I think he's asleep. I'm not sure. If I had the walkie-talkie, I'd hit the buzz button and see his reaction, but I can't tell. He could be awake now, knowing that I'm beside him with the camera. No, he's awake. Would have been funny though if he was asleep and I had that walkie-talkie and hit the buzz and see that jump. But anyways, so we are just moving to the top end of the field, dragging the pipe up there. I can see the pipe, which I'm quite lucky, but I could end up kind of going over a dip there. When I go down the dip, I might be able to see the pipe. I might have to ring Father Phil, but I think I'll be alright. So anyways, we drag up as far as we can, we do all we can, then we put down our pipe, we do that bit, and then I think we might lift the pipe and then go that way. We'll finish off this stretch first, so I have to lift the pipe, then drag the pipe out there, and then go that way and do it. Still have another 50 meters there to drag up. Yeah, everything is going 110%. It's just, yeah, it's slurry. It's this job, once everything goes right, I don't like using the word boring because I don't find it boring, but it's chill. You just sit back, you chill, and it's just nice. It's long hours, but it's chill, nice work when everything goes to plan. And so far everyone's going to plan, touch wood, that stays the way for the rest of the season and the rest of the year. But anyway, so we have this upper half spread. So the plan is now, instead of laying, what I said before, laying off piping and keep going that way, the roadway there ends at the top. Just, it doesn't end at the hedge. There's a gap above that, so there's a gap open below there at the hedge. So we're going to drag all the piping back down there and then go crossways and follow the fence going up that way. Drag our piping over the other side of that roadway, and that way we'll make more use of our piping. We'll be able to roll off, come back up the field that way to do the very top of this that we missed, and be able to drag back do that. And that is the main part of piping slurry, is being able to know the best way to lay the pipe and always be thinking 2 or 3 fields ahead of yourself. That's how you do the piping. It's not just peg it down and hope for the best. You really do need to know, have your head screwed on, and know, be able to plan out your route. You know, I enjoy it anyways. But anyways, we gotta go drag and get up to start spreading again. Yeah, ready to go. Let me up.
Bring me back here when you have it.
Okay, right. So right. We are now ready to go again, and I should actually, if I'm lucky now and I can manage to pull, the ground mightn't take it, I shouldn't have to put down another pipe, move another pipe or not, and I should be able to spread this end, the bit in the middle, and then drag on down into the bottom 2 paddocks. Once the bottom 2 paddocks can carry the pull of this pipe down that way, no bother at all. Handy, happy days. That's how I like to do it. Get it all done with minimal amount of blowing out, rejigging and relaying pipes. That's the key to the job. So now it is pretty much dark, just after finishing the paddock that we brought it up into there. So one more paddock to do and we are finished. So we just drag it back on up this field and back down into the other side. Yeah, I know you kind of travel this twice, but you save an awful lot of time just being able to drag in and out of paddocks. But the next thing we have to do now, because it is getting dark, we have to hit a few of these switches. And this one, and this one, and this one. And if we want this one, and this one. And if I want another one, I can turn that one on as well. But I don't really need that one unless I'm rolling up. So yeah, we're well lit up, and I still have that one if I want to turn on that one. Yeah, we can turn on that one as well. The only thing is, I have one flashing beacon up there. Anyways, yeah, so we're lit up like a Christmas tree now, and it's not Christmas anymore. So we'll turn around, go into the other field, fire up the drone, get some nighttime footage, and I think we will leave the video at that for today, because that's about how we're going to get spread today. But we got quite a lot done. This will be the second job done today. Everybody happy, slurry out, a good start to the season. But anyways, we get this pipe all the way out and then all the way back into the other side. So I literally just had the drone up, and as you may be able to tell, it just started to smur a bit, and I was like, damn it, had to get the drone back down. So I have a small bit of drone footage. Not a lot. The drone is staying out just in case it does kind of piss off with itself and I can pop it back up, but I don't think so. I think that this little supple stuff that's fallen, it's just like a little drizzle, but any rain at all, it's not good for the drone. So yeah, the joys of it. And that is all she wrote. That is the pipes blew out now, so we just knock off our macerator and we stretch out her pipe for rolling up, so we'll go back up the field. So yeah, that's that now. So ring farther fill, see what we're doing. We may be rolling up, we may not. It's gone dark, so normally when it goes dark we don't move pipe, and as in roll up or lay pipe. Well, we might lay pipe, but we definitely don't roll up. Sometimes we do, but generally we don't, because you can't see, and when you can't see, as earlier in the video where the pipe got caught in the gate, if it was dark I wouldn't have seen that, and I'd have just pulled the gate down. You don't want to be knocking the man's yard when you're at it. But that was a good run today, especially here. We have a world of ground covered, 20 odd acres, more even, I'm not sure. I'm really bad at counting acres or guessing how many acres there is, but really good run. And have to hand it, this farm, this block of ground here is just really well set up for this job. We only since we got here, the pump has only stopped once, and I've managed to spread 1, 2, 3 paddocks and an L-shaped field, and we've only had to stop once to lay off an extra bed pipe, and I've been able to just keep going. And that is what you want. That saves the farmer money, that saves us time, because we can get more work done, and just have to have all the gaps are in the right spots, everything is in the right spot on this farm, and you just absolutely fly through it. Really do fly through it. But anyways, ring Father Phil and see what the story is. Yeah, that's it, knock it off. Roll up the pipes, yeah? Okay. Right, bye. So after me saying we don't roll up pipes in the dark, and we roll up pipes in the dark. But as you may have heard Father Phil say about the frost, anyone who has ever had pipes down in frost, leave a comment down below on what you think about it. Absolute nightmare. If the slurry freezes in the pipes, that's it. You won't be able to pump in, do end with them pipes till it thaws. Happened to us one year at a job, and oh, we spent half the day. The frost was that bad. That lever froze. Well, when I say that lever, the cable that connects that lever to the spool, or whatever way you want, the valve, whatever you want to call it, that froze in the thing. There was moisture in it. We couldn't use that. Pipes were frozen. Tried driving them in and out and up and down. Nothing. So yeah, as Father Phil said, because this will be left till Monday, we don't work on Sunday. Well, we don't contract on Sundays. We like to have a day to rest and to keep on top of all the cattle jobs. But yeah, we don't want the pipes freezing, because that'll cost us more time than we'll save. That'll just, yeah, pipes freezing, bad job. Anyways, we'll get these pipes rolled up. We are back in the yard. I don't see Father Phil. What is he trying to tell me? Is that it? Where am I leaving it? Right. So, that is it for today's video. I didn't know whether we're going to drive on to the next job or not. It's literally just down the road. And when we've that job done, well, as I've been saying, a lot of the jobs is lined up because of the ground conditions the way they are. They travelled alright today, like it was fine. But with the rain that's falling and that, people are just taking the boil off the tanks and get down a bit to spread later on, and that's what the next job is. And then after that, we are heading out to the Galway-Roscommon border. We're heading for Top McConnell, Brideswell, out that direction to do a few jobs, and then from there back to Moat. So yeah, it's a nice big area we cover with lots of farms and lots of slurry. As we say every year, we try and pump 1 million gallons a week. That's what we like to try and achieve, but whether you achieve it or not, I suppose it all depends on the jobs and whatnot. But look, that is it. We'll turn off all these lights. We'll let the tractor run for a few minutes just to charge up the batteries, because there's 20 something LED lights pulling on the battery. So just inserting this here because today is your last day to join Farmflix for the year, the 24th of Sunday. If you're watching this on the 25th or after, unfortunately you're too late to join. You'll have to wait till Christmas next year. It's simple, it's straightforward. Farmflix is like Netflix, but it's for farmers. The content there is varied, it's split. You have machinery, you have stock, there's straight 6 series, the stockyards, the loft. They have it all. Over 250 videos for you to check out straight away. A new video uploaded every week. You can head over, there's a link in the description down below. I'll head you to a landing page of mine where you can sign up if you want, or if you want to see what it's like before you commit to it, you can check out their 24-hour free trial where you don't have to put in a credit card, any details at all. You can check it out. And not only are you going to be getting some cracking content to fill in the hours in between watching my videos and everyone else's videos on YouTube, you are also going to be helping out the channel as well, helping out me. So last chance, last call of the year. Head in the description down below, head over to Farmflix and get yourself signed up before time runs out, midnight tonight, the 24th of January. You can't see me now, but that is it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That is it from me. Good luck, stay safe and get the slurry out.